Hello and welcome to Incredible Referrals and the Referrals Profit Calculator. My name's Steve and I'm going to be showing you the 6 steps to working out the real value of a referral for you and your business. And I'm also going to be showing you what your referral gap is. And what your referral gap is the difference between where you are with referrals right now and where you can be if you start to implement a referral strategy, even just with small tweaks, the difference in profit. So here we go, and what we're going to be doing, we're going to be using the example from lesson 3 of the 30-day referrals challenge, which a lot of you have come through from, which is pretty simple for those that don't know. We're going to take just 100 clients for an electrical company that do house rewires. It doesn't really matter what it is, to be honest with you, it's totally irrelevant because the numbers are what matters now. And what the gross profit of a client is in this instance is £2,700 per client, and you'll see how this will be worked out automatically for you. So here we go. So on the top box, which you can see, where you can see the icon here, you just press 100, which is the amount of clients I put in there. Yours might be different, but I'm just doing this for ease, so it's easy to see where we're at. And the amount of gross profit was £2,700. And what you'll see there is it automatically figures out the gross profit here, which is £270,000 per annum, per year. So then the next stage we need to do is we need to put in costs. Now we did put in £400 for costs to acquire this new client of value £2,700 profit. So the pay-per-click was 300 and the local advertising call it was 100. Now it doesn't really matter where you are with this. Your sales force could be direct sales, you've got to factor that in ideally, but then it spits out the cost here. The total cost per client is £400 to acquire a client of 2,700. Don't worry too much about this, it's much easier to see as we scroll down to the bottom. So then the net profit per client will be £2,300 per client because you've had to take off £400 costs. So then your annual profit is £230,000. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work out the value of a referred client for a rewire of £2,700. So we don't need to do anything else, because if you look here, it already tells you that net profit of a new referred client is £2,700, which is from before, but now we're going to add in a cost. So what I mean by that is, sorry to confuse you, is that the original gross profit of the electrical company was £2,700 above, and all I'm going to do is put in a nominal amount of say £50 to acquire a referred client, which they can be 0, they can be a tiny bit more, but 50 is quite high. So I'm going to put in that figure, 50. Now I need to put in the lifetime value of a client in years. So for a lot of businesses, it would be 7 years, and obviously maybe that wouldn't be the case for an electrical rewire, because you wouldn't need one every year, but I'm just using it as an example. So that's 7. And then what you'll see is it spits out on a 10% referral rate. So that means if out of 100 clients that you had before, 10% refer, which means 10 people only refer you, which is pretty low, especially if you've got if you've got a referral system in place, I would consider that very low. Then your gap between the number of clients you have and the profit is here. So what I mean by that is that your original profit with those costs here was £1,610,000. Now, because you have increased with your referral rate 10% here, the number of new clients you've required is 344 clients, which makes 1,044 clients in total over that time period, which means your new profit with referrals is £2,521,600,000. Now, you know, they're all big numbers. It doesn't really, it doesn't really tell you too much, does it? You get a bit lost in numbers, but this is the key. Originally, you would have had 700 clients after that time period of 7 years, and now you will have 1,044 clients, so you'll have had 344 more clients just by an extra rate of referral of 10%. But your profit margin is up quite enormously by just under £1 million there, 911,600. The increase profit over time is 57%, which is enormous. And this isn't just taking every, an extra 344 clients and making sort of 1,044 over 5 years. This is compounded each year. So each year, 1 year, year 5, there's X amount of clients. Year 4 is X amount less. Year 3 is etc. So it's been compounded. So the difference in the gap that you're leaving on the table by just not having a very simple referral strategy, and this is for a small client over 7 years, it can be absolutely enormous. And just little changes in your business, especially compounded over time, will make a huge difference to your profit margins. And also, even if you weren't taking consideration over a time period, the difference in actual profit, between £2,700 minus the cost at 2003, and a new profit margin of a new refer client have been 2,650 for nothing extra really. They're easier to acquire refer clients, much easier than from a sales call or cold call or whatever. And here you've got a graphical form where you can see the difference. And yeah, for me, when I first I had to put this on a calculator, but when I was first shown this by an inner circle of marketers, I was absolutely staggered at the money I was leaving on the table. And actually, those figures I gave you were very, very, very conservative. So what I actually did is I started playing with these figures. So if I increase the referral rate, say up to or by 20%, which is definitely very doable, then the differences were quite profound. An increase in profit of 140%. The 700 clients over time turn into 850 extra clients. Extra. This isn't 150 extra, so the actual number of clients you'll get is 1,550. The gap in the money that you're leaving on the table here is £2,252,500. And that's increasing your referral potential by 20%. There's actually an added variation here, which it's widely recognised that refer clients normally there's 16% longer lifetime value. So your longer lifetime value, I'll just put it at 8 years and you see what happens here now. It's quite staggering. So the original amount of clients, again, you would have had before, and the profit margins are completely different. So look at this, the difference in profit margins. So it really is quite staggering how the difference in referrals. So my reason for showing you this is so that you can actually play with this calculator, and I want you to see the difference that the gap in your referrals and profit can make. Keep it real, then have a play, and then maybe kind of stretch yourself a bit and see what difference referrals can make if you get I don't know, an extra 10% only. And then put that on paper, and you can print this page if you want to, and see how you get on. As always, we would love your comment. Please comment in this box here. And you can also add your comment to the Facebook group, which we really appreciate. So I think it's very good that people realise actually where they're at and where they can be in real terms, because most people just don't know just what they're leaving on the table. And bear in mind that referrals cost nothing. So yeah, please leave a comment on this page here. And if you're part of the 30 days referral challenge, as always, please leave a comment in the Facebook group. Share your successes as others will share theirs, and also please support others in the group as they will support you. And as always, I really appreciate and I'm grateful for your time. I respect it, and I wish you the best. And bye for now. Thanks very much for listening.